guys, what's up? Cardfight here, and today I'm here with a last card Revonn deck profile. You guys all requested for this, so before I do my Matis, Electric Shaper, Sanctuary Guard, Dragon deck profiles, I'll post this one up first because I've been holding out this for a long time, and you know, I built this deck because someone actually bought a last card deck off me, so you know, I'm just going to use the deck that I built for him. And yeah, if you guys want to, you know, buy this deck, feel free to send me a PM, and I can make modifications and whatnot. So yeah. Anyway, let's start off with the deck profile. So first off, starting Vanguard, I run Eric, simply because you want to search for the Break Ride, since he's pretty important. I'd say, you know, the Break Ride is actually one of the main win conditions of the deck. So if you don't get the Break Ride off, you actually lose quite a bit of advantage. So yeah, that's why we run this card, so you can search for your Break Ride. Next, I run 3 last card Revonn. I run 3 simply because of the last card deck. Normally I wouldn't. I would actually run 2 of him and 2 Maelstroms, Glory Maelstroms. But you know, he's actually a pretty good card. His effect is Counterblast 1. When this card attacks and the number of units in rest in the front row are the number of Aquaforce units in rest are 3. This card gets plus 3001 critical. So basically, after you finish attack, for example, if it's like this and you attack, you can counterblast 1 to get 1 critical and 3000 power. So yeah, here we go, 3 Revonns. And I run 1 Glory Maelstrom because it's a really good card for the surprise factor. Since after you hit the 5th damage, your opponent will be, you know, stocking up some perfect guards so they can guard against your last card. But then you go, lol, Glory Maelstrom, and then they're like, what? And then you basically, you know, pwn their face. So, you know, good stuff. For those who don't know his effect, it's Counterblast 1 when this card attacks. Limit Break 5, Counterblast 1 when this card attacks. It gets plus 5000 power, and your opponent cannot use grade 1 and above units to block. So basically, they can't use perfect guards, which is pretty scary. So yeah. Next, I run 4 Transcore Dragons. He's the Break Ride of the deck. His ability is when an Aquaforce unit rides on top of this card, it gets plus 1000 power and a new ability. When this card attacks, your opponent can discard a card. If they don't, this card will get plus 1 critical, and they cannot call units to the rearguard circle. So basically, if they don't discard a card, they're gonna die. Pretty much. Not really. If they're at low damage, then it's fine. But yeah. Next, I run 2 Lucas. He's a Counterblast 2 draw card. The reason I run him is because I don't actually run any draw triggers in this deck, so there's a bit of a lacking in the draw department. So I run him to kind of offset that, and it's been working pretty well. When you attack your opponent's rear guards with it, they're usually not going to guard, so you get your plus 1. And it's Counterblast 2, so this deck, you know, usually your Counterblasts are in increments of 1, so you're pretty good to go. Next, I run 2 Argos. Normally, I would run 3 Lucas and no Argos, but since I do run stands in this deck, I think Argos are pretty good free versions of the Lucas. So you know, that worked fine for me. So yeah, two of each is pretty consistent, because if you run 4 of him, or you know 3, it's gonna eat up your Counterblast quite a bit, while your Argos even though his effect only activates when you attack Vanguard, or when you attack when you hit the Vanguard, it still makes your opponent drop cards for attacks that they usually wouldn't guard against. And yeah, good stuff. Next, I run 4 Tier Knight Lazarus. Yeah, he's the main grade 2 ride target, so nothing much else to say. Next, I run 4 Optics Giant. He's the Paprika clone. When you have a Limit Break 4 unit and discard attacks, it gets plus 3000 power, so he's the 11k attacker. I like him because I run stand triggers in this deck, and whenever you attack and you stand him, he'll be a 16k column by himself. So, if you put the power and stand on him, so that's pretty nifty. And for grade 1s, let's move these up. Sorry, it's my work. I'm filming it from a different location than usual, so yeah. For grade 1s, I run 4 the AK Vanillas, and in grade 1s, I run 3 of the 10k attackers. When this card attacks and you have 2 or less rested rear guards, it gets plus 3000 power. So basically, he's good for early game rush, because usually you don't have that many units out in the first place. So him attacking for 10 in the rear guard circle is helpful at times. Also, it helps force some guard out of your opponent's hand early game, so that they have less cards to discard when you break ride. Next, I run 2 Dorothea. 2 is enough. I draw into her enough, so I think 2 is fine. And then finally, I run 4 Perfect Guards. I know grade 1s for this deck is it's kind of like less than normal, but I haven't really got grade stuck, so it's fine. Yeah. And since they're on stand triggers anyway, it's gonna force guard out of opponents anyway, so whatever works for me. So yeah. For trigger lineup, this is where it gets kind of weird. Run 6 crits. I run 4 of the damage on the flip crits, because they do come in handy sometimes, but you rarely want to use this effect because you don't really want to minus a 10k card. And then I run 6 stands and 4 heals. The reason why my trigger lineup is so funky is because when you're attacking with if you want to get what's his face, last card's effect off, he has to be the last one attacking, right? And usually your opponent's going to guard your rear guard attacks pretty easily, and then once they perfect guard your last card, then you're pretty much done for that turn. So what the stand triggers do is they pretty much make your rear guard scary again, and puts something in your opponent's mind and keeps them aware that they probably still need to guard later on. So yeah, that's why I run stands. And the crits is because when you don't have last card, you are going to attack with Transcore, and he's usually going to be the second one attacking. You're going to attack with the rear guard first. For example, if you have a column like this, yeah, like that, and then your other side is going to be like let's just say it's like this. Let's just say your field's pretty good. So you're probably going to attack like this first, and your opponent's probably going to guard this or not, and then you attack with this. You don't get your boost here, but that's fine. It doesn't matter. It's not too big of a problem. And then you're gonna get a stand trigger or something, and then you attack first, yeah, like that or something. Because at times like this, your opponent, if they're at 3 damage, they're probably not gonna guard, and when you get critical trigger, it advances them to 5 damage that much faster. While as if you run all stands, even if you stand this or not, if you get a stand trigger, they're still going to eat 1 damage, but it doesn't really make your other columns less scary. You know, the critical triggers are there for that extra oomph that you need. So yeah. Yeah. Also, another reason why I don't run more than 2 Dorotheas is because the only time you're attacking with your Vanguard last is when you ride last card. So yeah, because you know she doesn't really work too well with Transcore or Glory Maelstrom. So yeah. Anyway, that's it for this deck profile. This is Card Talker, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.